Good afternoon to you from Warsaw. A really grey and quite chilly afternoon after a lot of sunshine here. You can see the Legia team here at the moment. They've been pretty hard hit by injuries. Their second choice goalkeeper's in, Wojska, and also they're missing Kubicki, another of their most influential defenders, both of those suspended. Team spirit is quite magnificent these days. One defeat only in their last 9 games against Legia Warsaw, who are lying 9th in the Polish league. They've not had the best of season outside their European experiences. And it's Legia in the yellow shirt, the green shirts, who will be attacking the goal to the left. And instantly awarded a free kick, a little fracas there, involving Mark Hughes and Bonk, the number 2. Alex Ferguson was saying to me earlier today, people say that we've got the easier draw by avoiding Barcelona and Juventus, the other semi-finalists. But of course it does mean the damage of defeat would be catastrophic. There's Pallister getting it back comfortably enough to Legia. Up towards Hughes, being watched there by the number 5, Czachowski. A foul there by Phelan. Another free kick to Legia Warsaw, the Polish army side. They've won the cup in Poland here for the last 2 seasons and a record 9 times in all. A sharp Belgian word for Phelan for the challenge there. Bonk getting it back to the reserve goalkeeper, Wojska. This is Bonk. Long ball played forward by Josiak. Here's Bruce. Pallister. As Brian Robson was saying, it looks as though they will get a good deal of time, the 2 central defenders, to move the ball around. Josiak playing it wide again to Gamur. Bruce. Blackmore playing it forwards. Pallister winning that one in the air. Ince finding Brian Leclerc. Trying to get the pace of Lee Sharp away. Gamur turning. An experienced defender, Gamur, but he lost out there, and Manchester United get a throw. It's a big pitch, and it's a good-looking surface. And here comes a throw for Manchester United. Webb with a backward header. Lee Sharp on the far side again, crossing it in once more. Bonk with the header this time. Webb again. His shot charged down, and it'll be another throw to Manchester United. Steve Bruce. Hit long towards Phelan, wins it in the air. Ince keeping this pressure on the Polish side, but now a free kick relieves it a little bit for them. They're a side that appears to take pressure quite well, and they can at times be quite devastating on the break, and that's something I'm sure that Manchester United will be well aware of. Too high for Ince. Trying to get it wide here towards Chizio, the outside left. Here's Chizio. The ball out of play.
They've settled in straight away with Josiak as the sweeper, with the 5 Czachowski marking Mark Hughes. We were wondering which way they will do it, but that's the way they've settled straight in, with the 4 being the sweeper.
And Gamur is watching Sharp.
Yes.
There he is, tangling with Lee Sharp. But Sharp
I'm not too sure whether Gamur's got enough pace to stay with Sharp.
Well, here's an example of the Sharp pace. But he just ran out of space and time right at the end. A goal kick for Legia Warsaw. Although they are struggling a little bit in the Polish First Division, they've got quite a pedigree in the European competition so far. They beat, as you would expect them to, the Luxembourg Cup winners in the first round, and then they beat Aberdeen. Having drawn at Pittodrie, they won by 1-0 here. And then what they claim the biggest scalp of all, Sampdoria, at present leading the Italian First Division. They beat them by 1-0 here, and then against all the odds got a 2-2 draw in Genoa. So this Polish side is no pushover, whatever anybody may say or what anybody has written. Blackmore. Up to Hughes, a nice little back heel there by Mark Hughes. Ince making progress, but green shirts all around him, and a free kick now to Manchester United. Maybe just a little too far out for a Clayton Blackmore special, but maybe United will get something from this. Blackmore's behind it, Webb also. Brian Robson, what do you think?
Quite a pleasing start, Brian. We're turning them back the way we were hoping to do. They haven't really done anything to threaten us at the moment, so yeah, it's quite a nice steady start by the lads.
Well, it's Blackmore who's going to take the free kick. Scored with a pile driver, of course, against Montpellier. Also scored against Pech Munkash in the first round. And Webb playing it short now. Blackmore shot over the top. He's come on in leaps and bounds. Clayton Blackmore this season, Brian.
He's had a tremendous season. I mean, the manager was quoted the other day saying that he thought he was probably our best player of the season so far, and I wouldn't disagree with that.
He's worn 6 different numbers, played in 7 different positions, including centre forward, wasn't it, at Wimbledon a couple of weeks back?
Yes, that's right, and he did a tremendous job.
Ince battling away with Czechowski there. This is Legia, but some good work by Paul Ince. No foul. McClare takes it up now. Finds Hughes. A little bit of space possibly for Hughes. Tries to work the ball down here for Dennis Irwin. And Chikio finding Bonk. Bonk again. Kowalczyk up ahead of him. This is the 18-year-old who scored twice in Genoa, the number 9. Up goes Pallister. Here's Hughes. McClare. Phelan's joining the attack this time. Irwin's header, guided nice and sensibly to McClare. And now Steve Bruce. Blackmore. Up towards Hughes. Ince. It is just the format that Alec Ferguson was thinking about, that they would soak up pressure all the time. Goes towards Hughes, but that's a keeper's ball and a good throw out. To Pish. Now Chikia. To Pish, a little playmaker. And he can be devastating with free kicks as well. But Pallister getting in well, gets it back once again to Les Sealy. Irwin. McClare. Safely back. Such an important fortnight for Manchester United with this game here, and of course the second leg at Old Trafford, a fortnight tonight, and in between those two, the Rumbelows Cup final against Sheffield Wednesday at Wembley. Ince. So good times these are at the moment for the men of Old Trafford.
Well, we hope so, Brian.
Steve Bruce. Talking about players that have had a good season, Steve Bruce has had a good one too, hasn't he?
Excellent.
And his goals have been so valuable.
You don't get too many centre-halves scoring 17 goals.
This is Chizio. inside for Ivanitsky. Scored the goal that beat Aberdeen. Chikia to Bonk. Ivanitsky, but the challenge of Pallister was too strong and well timed. He finds Hughes, gets it down the wing here now for Brian McClare. Just to remind you, of course, that away goals count double in the event of these tie finishing level on aggregate after 2 legs. So it's important for Manchester United, of course, to keep a clean sheet here, but how valuable if they can snatch an away goal. Irwin with the free kick. Bruce has gone up, but Pallister stayed back. Hit long towards Steve Bruce. There's his header, wins it quite comfortably in the air. Comes out to Ince. That's a good ball, but it's caught Neil Webb offside. Referee wanting a sharp word with Webb, who played the ball towards goal well after the whistle had gone.
When you look at Steve Bruce, Brian, you know, he's tremendous in the air for a lad who's only 5'11". You know, he's got a tremendous timing and a leap.
Yes, you're right, and 17 goals this season, 10 of them from the penalty spot. He was telling me today that in his spell at Gillingham, the most he ever scored was 8 in a season, and he had a 12 at Norwich when he was there in their promotion season. But 17 First Division and European goals is a wonderful haul, 10 of them from the spot. 6 in the last 5 games for Steve Bruce, incidentally, who's on the ball at the moment. Up towards Hughes, but that time Czachowski got there first. A good jump by Ince, knocked away again by Jozwiak, the sweeper. Pallister winning it in the air. Ince, Irwin, Pallister away. This is Jozwiak. Up to Ivanitsky. And now Bonk. Ivanitsky. Jozwiak. Czachowski. First team goalkeeper Chesney is suspended. He was sent off in Sampdoria in the quarter-final. And Kubitsi, that influential defender with many international caps, is also out suspended. In fact, spending this week, I gather, on trial at Leeds United. Now Sharp, and away he goes. Look at this pace. They can't reach Lee Sharp, but the keeper just got there in the nick of time. Lee Sharp's last touch was just a little too powerful, and it was always just running away from him. But that'll send a quiver of fear through that Polish defence. That's a couple of times we've seen in this opening 12 minutes or so the pace of Lee Sharp. Just needs to get a good cross in now, Brian.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see how strong they actually are in the air.
Well, Pallister's up for this one. Bruce is in there too. Webb will take the corner. Blackmore. Gamore. Blackmore again to Webb. Get the cross in again. Cut out well that time by Bonk. And back to Robakovic. Given away there, but it came off McClare. It'll be a throw to Legia Warsaw. Bonk with the throw. Ivanitsky. Chizio. Back to Jozwiak. To Pish. Trying to get the young striker Kowalczyk away. Pallister watching him well. And here's Les Seeley. They've not conceded a goal at home in their 3 European ties so far. Legia Warsaw. Up forward there by Modzelewski. Irwin. Bruce. Ince. To Phelan. But a foul by Ivanitsky. And a free kick to Manchester United. No alarms for them in the opening quarter of an hour. As Bruce plays it in again. Hughes knocking it back towards McClare. Phelan. Irwin. Little chip by him. Webb's on the end of it. But the turn wasn't quite good enough. Or at least the cross itself wasn't quite good enough. Bruce again. Irwin. That's another foul, another free kick to Manchester United.
See, as we were saying there, Brian, you know, even though that's general play there, I mean, all of their team are within 5 yards of the box, you know, defending. They're definitely going to defend in numbers against us and hope that they can hit us on the break.
Well, United have got plenty forward themselves now. As Dennis Irwin takes this free kick. Pallister with the header! And he won it with such ease that you feel, Brian Robson, that he'll be a constant threat to them from all those set pieces this afternoon.
Yes, we're hoping that we can get something from Pally and Steve Bruce. I say it's just a bit unlucky.
Irwin now to McClare. Phelan. That's another foul. Certainly get in with a few tackles. That was Chikia. Pallister going forward again. Bruce is up there as well. Ince tries to get there first, but Kowalczyk is there before him. Kowalczyk's little touch, and this is just what we were talking about. That was an interesting looking break, and it was cut out well by Blackmore because the ball was played towards Piche on the far side. Had that gone through to him, United could have been in some sort of trouble. This is Bonk. Ivanitsky, a real little workhorse through that midfield. Chikia. United have got a few back now. Even Sharp was back there. And knocked back by Neil Webb for Les Seeley.
You could see on that last free kick that was a bit of a dangerous break there. If the ball had got beyond Clayton Blackmore there, we could have been in a bit of trouble. That's exactly what we've got to be aware of.
And here's Piche again. Little chip by him. Seeley responding to it. Gets there fractionally before Ivanitsky. Chikia. Ivanitsky. Piche on the far side for him. Kowalczyk through the middle. Chizio's gone to that side as well. It's over the head of Steve Bruce, but turns back, collects quite comfortably. Short for Blackmore. And Pallister to Irwin. And here come Manchester United again. 19 minutes gone. Legia Warsaw 0, Manchester United 0 in this Cup Winners' Cup semi-final first leg. Forward to Phelan. Got support from McClare. Hughes has made a little break towards the near post. Nice little knock on there by Phelan to Hughes. Played now for McClare. Well, it was a good save by the keeper and an excellent move by Manchester United.
Yeah, it's a lovely little move. That's what we need. We need good movement round the box, little 1-2s, so we can get strikes on.
Excellent little layoff there by Mark Hughes. And Dennis Irwin now with the corner for Manchester United. But it reached the head of Pallister, this one. Bruce is in there as well, but the keeper did well. There's a foul on him and it's a free kick. Irwin delivering some good corners in these early stages. This is Gamora. Suddenly there are quite a few green shirts are forward, but Webb has gone back to help out and gets it safely back to Les Sealy. Up to Sharp. Phelan's in the middle. Hughes was coming up quickly. I think that's gone behind for the corner. So all the pressure's coming from Manchester United, Brian.
It's a nice sign for us, Brian. I think Lee Sharp has turned the number 3 a few times and he's gone beyond him, used his pace, and that's a good sign for us.
Well, it's Sharp with the corner now. Pallister poised. Steve Bruce in there, Mike Phelan in there, Hughes is in there, Pallister with the header again. Once again he's won it in the air, but the keeper lost it, but found it again very quickly with about 4 green shirts around him. Good jump by Pallister, and the keeper dropping on the ball at the second attempt. Keeper, in fact, one of 3 brothers who are pro footballers, and in fact he was coached by the legendary almost Jan Tomaszewski. Back once more to Bobikovic. Hughes. There was a foul by Mark Hughes, and the Pole is certainly making a meal of it. Tangling there with Chikia. Yeah, it's a bit rough, a bit tough maybe, but the referee has awarded the free kick to Legia Warsaw. No thought of a yellow card or anything like that. I think he probably felt that Chikia made more of that than he should have done. It's a very modest stadium, this one. It only holds 21,000. But it's here next Wednesday where Poland will play Turkey in the same European Championship group, of course, as England and the Republic of Ireland. I understand that Graham Taylor, Laurie McMenemy and Jack Charlton also will be here next Wednesday. In the meantime, it's Steve Bruce to Gary Pallister. Jozwiak. Josviak. Czechia. Ince going in, wins the ball. Here's Blackmore. A little chip forward now for Webb, who missed the last round in Montpellier because of that rib injury. Bruce. Everybody except Les Sealey from Manchester United now camped inside the Polish half. Good work there by Blackmore. Sharp won't quite get on the end of it though. And it stays at 0-0, coming to the 25-minute mark here in Warsaw. Josviak. And of course you're available for the second leg, aren't you?
I'm pleased to say so, Brian.
This is Bonk. Czechowski. Everetzi to Gamor. Kowalczyk lost out there. Here's Ince bringing it away from that little pass from Steve Bruce. Lee Sharp away on the left of him. Webb trying to thread the ball through to Lee Sharp, and that will just go out of play, but it should be a Manchester United throw. Clayton Blackmore with it. Webb. Manchester United, remember, have beaten the Hungarian Cup winners, Pecci Munkash, the Welsh Cup winners, Wrexham, and the French Cup winners, Montpellier. And that an own goal by the unfortunate Lee Martin in the home leg against Montpellier. Gamur beating Sharp in the air. This is Pish. Cut out by Pallister, who looks in commanding form again this afternoon. A delightful little ball into the path of Brian McClare. Hughes very active up there as well. Webb's in there too. Sharp's at the far post, but a poor cross by McClare. McClare, who's scored in all 3 rounds so far. Must admit we're getting an array of rather strange cutaway shots from our Polish director this afternoon. But we're back in the action now with Bonk. Back to Josviak. Up goes Bruce. This is Pish. Oh, and it might come through now. A shot there, charged down from Ivanitsi. McClare getting it away for Manchester United. Josviak. That stirred the crowd here in Warsaw a little bit now as Bonk now comes forward. Ivanitsi. Chizio. Bruce struggling to get his header in. And indeed Kowalczyk to it. Gamur knocking it back again. And Les Sealey running way outside his box. Alec Ferguson and Archie Knox. I would have thought quite satisfied with the way this battle is going so far with 29 minutes gone. Well, maybe not Archie. Maybe he's not totally pleased.
No, Archie's never happy until we're 3-0 up. Oh, but it's a steady start by us, and you know, we just need to try and get a goal. If we can get a goal and just try and bring this team out at us a bit, it's obviously going to help. Because you can see here, you know, they're playing at home and they're still keeping possession, and they're playing with a lot of men behind the ball.
Kowalczyk on the run, but Pallister should get there first. Steve Bruce, the captain today, in the absence of Brian Robson. There's Pallister. Knocked forward to Hughes. Chahosky has done fairly well on Mark Hughes so far. He's done a pretty good job on him. Bonk. So we're now at the half-hour stage. Legia Warsaw 0, Manchester United 0. Sharp. To Bruce. It's Bruce again. Blackmore. And now Sharp. United's throw. McClare trying to make something of it, but bundled Bonk in the back, and it'll be a free kick. Alec Ferguson was saying that the team spirit in Manchester United is quite exceptional now, sort of brought about and encouraged by the good run of success that you've had lately, Brian. Is this something you're feeling?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when you're having good results, the team spirit is good. But no, we've got a very good set of lads at the moment. They all get on very well with each other, and that always helps on the pitch.
Bruce playing it forward. Sharp. Well, it might come for Ince all the way, and he was bundled out of it right at the last.
I think you're fortunate if you get them in away games, but I think the lad knew exactly what he was doing when he blocked Paul Ince here.
Ivanitsky, and the keeper was out, unable to gather. Bruce. Up to Blackmore. Ivanitsky away. Ince to Pallister, nice and precise. Pallister's cross there towards Mark Hughes, played in again towards McClare, the keeper down again well.
Mark Hughes pulled away from his marker, great there.
Kowalczyk. Chikia. Ince after him. Gamur playing it wide for Bonk. Kowalczyk's chasing this. Bruce wanting Seeley to come out, and there wasn't a lot to spare. Just a few words between the centre-back and his goalkeeper, but it ends in smiles at any rate. A real character, Les Seeley. A foul on D. Sharp. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Should tell viewers that the lights are coming on here. It's got quite murky, as it did indeed when you were training last night, Brian, in quite heavy rain. Got murky and then got brighter again. Sharp. Might something happen here for Manchester United towards McClare, but it was Bonk with the header that put it away safely for Legia Warsaw.
I've been quite impressed with the two, Bonk. He looks a good defender, him. Did excellent to stay with Brian McClare there.
Excellent cross in by Lee Sharp. And as Brian Robson was saying, a good piece of work by the defender. Irwin then with a corner for Manchester United. 34 minutes gone. The big men up from the back again. And a good deep one there towards Pallister. Again he's won it in the air, and again he's won it in the air quite comfortably. And you get the feeling that United might well be able to capitalise on that before the end of the afternoon. Plenty of Polish soldiers around, as you can see. A lot of them in the stands behind us. It is, as I was saying earlier, it's always was the traditional Polish army team, this one. Jozwiak. Alistair's header. Phelan. Irwin. Webb. Phelan again. Just 10 minutes of the first half left now. McClare. Hughes is towards that near post, but it's simple enough for the keeper. Quite right, they play it out very slowly, don't they, and very deliberately from the back. You would never think they were the home side in a two-leg tie. But now they're coming forward as Pish. Little back pass there, and a chance now, and a goal! For Legia Warsaw! Brian Robson.
Well, that's what can happen in games like this. We've absolutely dominated the game right from the start, and it's the first situation they've had, and the ball's in the back of the net. Disappointing for the lads because they have played ever so well in this first half. But I still think there's hope for us because there's been a lot of signs there where we can score ourselves.
It was Chizio who suddenly popped up, the left winger, on that inside right position. And Manchester United go a goal behind after dominating the first 35 minutes of the game. That's a real blow for them. And now let's see if Sharp can do something about redeeming this situation. Everybody in there, Webb's in there, McClare's in there!
That's exactly what we needed. That is brilliant.
Exactly the response Manchester United wanted, and Brian McClare, who scored in every round so far, has got the travelling fans jubilant now. A great reply. Webb played his part, forced home in the end by Brian McClare.
We've deserved that there because just looking at that goal, I mean, we've just went a goal behind now. It would have been easy for the lads to drop their heads, but we've got about 5 players in their box on that attack, and so that's a great comeback from the lads.
And the precious away goal as well, Brian.
It certainly is.
Now Irwin. Hughes. A little kick there by the number 5, Czechowski.
But he just had a little tap at Mark Hughes' ankles there.
Spotted by the Belgian referee. Free kick awarded. Ince. It's doing well here for Manchester United. Cross there, almost an own goal it seemed for a moment, but he knocked it back across the 6-yard area. And Bonk in the end gets it away, only up as far as Pallister. It's quickened up the pace of this game now as Phelan plays it in. Pallister again. And the long legs of Pallister yet again. Sharp finding Blackmore. McClare's up there. And a goal kick for Legia Warsaw. Well, the Brian McClare goal was the first one that Legia Warsaw had conceded in their home European games this season.
It's going to be interesting to see how they cope with that now.
Here's Sharp. Well, he's gone past Gamur as though Gamur was a statue, and his pass finds McClare. Crossed in there towards Hughes. Lee Sharp tried to get on the end of it, but it must be a little bit tacky in that goal mouth. Couldn't quite keep his feet. Ivanitsky. 5 minutes of the first half left now. Bonk. Up to Ivanitsky. Kowalczyk has bypassed him. It comes to Gizio again, or at least I thought it was going to, but Bruce comes streaming away with the ball for Manchester United. Lovely footwork again by Lee Sharp, but he couldn't quite pick it up. Gets back again though, makes a good tackle from behind there on the number 6 Chikia. Bruce. Played forward, it'll be a throw. The Polish manager on the left there, Vladislav Stachurski. And a throw to Legia Warsaw.
I've heard about man-to-man marking before, but Neil Webb, every time he goes to close down one of their back four players, the number 10, he stays with them.
Now McClare. Well, this time Webb has got away from the number 10 if McClare can find him, Modzaleski. But there's an offside flag against Neil Webb, just inside the penalty area. It'll be a free kick to Legia Warsaw. Bonk for Warsaw. 3 minutes of the first half remaining. Bonk. Josviak. Cut out by Webb. Blackmore just keeping it in play, then plays it out before he can get it along to Lee Sharp. It'll be a throw to Warsaw. Josviak. In comes Hughes. Chikia. Ivanitsky. Bringing in Bonk. Owen. Chikia. Played back to Josviak. And Sharp got the better of him and then was pulled back by the pole. That surely has got to be, at the very least, a free kick to Manchester United.
I can't believe the referee hasn't booked the play there.
Well, Josviak is calling to it, and a red card!
Red card.
Josviak.
I mean, in saying that, Lee Sharp was going to be clear from him and he was going to be through with one against the keeper.
Well, Josviak, the Legia Warsaw defender, with just under a minute to go to half-time, gets the red card for pulling back Lee Sharp. Trudges off the field. Legia now down to 10 men, and real possibilities now here for Manchester United. Well, Sharp, as Brian Robson was saying, we see it again here.
Yeah, Lee Sharp was definitely going to be through.
When he's through, and the referee taking note of what FIFA say about the professional foul. Off goes Josviak, a sensational closing then to this first half, which still stands at 1-1. Blackmore with that free kick, a little chip by him up towards Steve Bruce. Coming right on the half-time now, Brian Robson, your views on the first half, the way it's going for your team?
Well, it's got to be excellent the way it's going for us at the moment. I think we've played some lovely controlled football. We've had situations in and around the box, and now with the away goal and also the lad being sent off, that's got to give us a big advantage.
And Josviak, of course, will not be able to play in the second leg at Old Trafford in a fortnight's time. So after that shock when Chizio scored for Legia Warsaw, suddenly the pendulum has swung the other way, and things are going very much Manchester United's way. As the half-time whistle goes here in Warsaw, the score is 1-1. Chizio for Legia Warsaw, but within a minute, Brian McClare scoring the equalizer for Manchester United, and then right on half-time, Josviak, the defender, sent off. So there's a lot to play for now in the second half. We take a break, and after it we'll get the views of Jimmy Greaves with Elton Wellesby. Brian Robson at half-time about the dilemma Manchester United will have. Will they settle for what they've got, or will they go for a good, outstanding win here tonight? I think you've got a feeling about that they should go for the win.
I think the boss will be telling the lads to actually go for the win, because before the second leg we've got a hard game against Sheffield Wednesday in a final, and it'd be nice to go into that game with a good lead from this game.
What's going to happen here is that Clayton Blackmore will go into the midfield again. He's such a versatile player. Starts at left back and now on the right side of midfield. And Mal Donaghy, who's been absolutely exceptional whenever he's come into the United side over the last few months, he slots into left back. So it's a pity to see Mike Phelan at it, but there's no great weakening of the side actually, Brian.
No, Mickey had been feeling his hamstring at Aston Villa, so that would probably be the case there. But like you say, Mal's been doing exceptionally well for us the last few games, and he was a bit unfortunate to be left out. But both of those players have done exceptionally well. The way they can change positions, Clayton Blackmore and Mal Donaghy.
We're seeing again the goal by Chizio. Might even have been that Les Seeley might even have got a fingertip to it.
We just ball watched a wee bit on the 1-2, and that's something you've always got to be aware of against these foreign teams, the 1-2s.
Oh, the Poles delighted to play this again from another angle. But certainly some excellent finishing there by the number 11. And of course, to complete the story, within a minute of that, Brian McClare had equalised for Manchester United, and we're about to see that. Thanks to an excellent run again by Lee Sharp. And a bit of a skirmish there. Ince tried to get the header in. Neil Webb got a touch to it, and it was finally forced home by Brian McClare.
That's what I like about that goal, Brian, is that we had 5 players in the box.
Well, let's hope that's repeated often enough in the second half. Remembering, of course, also that Legia Warsaw are without their sweeper. Here he is, getting sent off for pulling back Lee Sharp there. Well, the second half has started. Legia Warsaw down to 10 men, and the score at 1-1. Steve Bruce knocking it forward. And it's noticeable now that Modlilewski has gone into that deep defensive position, penalised for the foul there on Hughes. Sharp behind this one. And Webb. Blackmore's made a little run into the box. His free kicks have been so good, Blackmore, that I'm surprised he's not taking this one. But it's Lee Sharp instead, curling it there. Ivanitsky getting it away. Blackmore turning it now for Irwin. Back for Bruce. Back to Blackmore. Hit in low this time for Ince. Knocked nicely by him, but Pallister caught fractionally offside. Bonk. Pallister, a marginal mistake by him. Kowalczyk now. Ivanitsky. This is Pish. Tried to get the ball through once again to Kowalczyk. Gamur. Ran into Lee Sharp. And, well, you would have thought he'd been poleaxed by a world heavyweight boxing champion the way he's gone down. And he ran into Lee Sharp. And the referee has given a free kick for obstruction.
I think he's making a little bit of a meal of that, Brian.
I would think so. Well, the referee didn't want to know anything about it in any case, other than to give the free kick. And surprise, surprise, Gamur is up and wants to take a part in this free kick, which Pish is playing short to Ivanitsky. Pish again. Gamur. That's Cena's ball. Mal Donaghy, his first touch. Gets the ball through for Blackmore. Tries to find Hughes with it. Sharp stumbled for a moment. Donaghy in there again. Sharp. Bruce. Webb was available to him. It's the long ball now towards Lee Sharp. Sharp getting in there behind the defender again and gets another free kick. The foul that time by Gamur.
Lovely ball from Neil Webb there in behind.
And there was the foul. Here comes the free kick. Blackmore, number 3, will have a part in this one.
No, this is an ideal position for if you get a good cross in. The delivery's got to be good here, and we've got a great chance of getting something.
I think Blackmore might have a little dig at this one.
He's lining it up a bit there.
He scored against
definitely having a look at it.
From this, so no, it's Lee Sharp confusing us. Bruce gets up there with a header and over the bar onto the roof of the net. So a goal kick to Legia Warsaw. Donaghy's header. Up to Hughes. Sharp playing it on. He's again got the pace to beat Gamur. Gets his cross in. Just hit a little too strongly that time. But Irwin will retrieve it on the far side. Played in for Blackmore. Let that go for Webb. Just past the post. The keeper's having a fair game. And Webb struck that well. The keeper was down well. Robakovic. And it's another corner for Manchester United.
Lovely little step over from Clayton Blackmore there. And a great strike by Neil.
Lee Sharp with the corner for Manchester United. Bruce slipped as he tried to get to it. Again, Webb playing a sensible ball here for Sharp. Hits a longer cross this time towards Pallister. Pallister gets in there. Hughes gets in there. McClare also was in there. Pish to Bonk. Now the chance is on. Can Bruce get there first? And in the end it was Donaghy who had to get across there and do a repair job, and Bruce is down injured. There's a momentary mistake there by Steve Bruce in the first place.
The lads just stood on Steve's leg there.
Game goes on. Blackmore gets it away to Hughes. Bruce is up and about his business.
This is where it's important that the defenders keep the concentration and they don't make any slips. Because it's so easy, because of us having possession of the ball a lot, to lack concentration at the back.
Yes, sometimes it's almost as though you can have too much of the ball.
That's right, Brian. So that's why our lads have got to keep geeing themselves up, you know, and encourage each other to make sure that the concentration is good.
Well, here's Bruce. Donachie, space down here for another charge from Lee Sharp. Ince has made a little break into the midfield, or from the midfield rather. Fish. Good challenge there by Donachie. Hughes. Flag has stayed down. Hughes, a little dummy by him. Oh, fabulous goal! Mark Hughes. What a tremendous piece of football by Mark Hughes.
Absolute great tackle from Mal Donachie to set it up. Mark's done terrific well there.
What about the dummy there? That was the beauty of it, I know. Absolute riveting shot in off the post. And Manchester United go 2-1 ahead. Mark Hughes the scorer. It was the little dummy actually that gave him the extra yard, Brian. And what a finish.
Top class strike.
And now we'll see how Legia respond to that. Pish. Shakir. Ivanitsi. Young Kowalczyk. Gets it into Pish. Let's hope they don't respond with a goal as quickly as Manchester United did after they went behind in the first half. Seeley holding that comfortably enough. Finds McClare. And the United fans are still buzzing after that terrific piece of strike football by Mark Hughes. Owen forward. Legia still with 10 men, remember, and will be for the rest of the game now, with Jozwiak sent off. Hughes offside there.
This is where we can afford to keep possession now and use Lee Sharp's pace over the top.
A bit of play by Bruce. Well, Brian, you've seen Mark Hughes score some pretty spectacular goals, but I mean, for sheer footballing ability, that really took a little beating, didn't it?
That's a class finish. But he's been playing really well this season, and he does score spectacular goals.
Ince. If you're just joining us, in Warsaw, the score is Manchester United leading Legia Warsaw by 2-1. After Legia had got into the lead in the first half. Chizio, the number 11, their scorer. An equaliser within a minute of that by Brian McClare. And then a great strike by Hughes. And Hughes now, he's onside. There's his shot. Fine save that time by the keeper. That was certainly goal-bound by Hughes. The keeper did well. Bonk puts it behind. Has he? No, it's a throw for Manchester United though. Blackmore, demoralised at the moment are the Poles. Hughes falls in the box, nothing given, and it's back with the keeper.
Tremendous save from the keeper there, Brian.
Yes, another good strike by Hughes, and it was the perfect angle for us to see that was bound for the far corner of the net. until the intervention from Robikovic. Pallister backpedaling. Fizio was after him, the man who scored the goal for Legia Warsaw. This is Bonk. Ivanitsky to Bonk. Cut out by Webb. Played to Blackmore. Played in turn to Donachie. And now Sharp. Looking to get another run at Gamur. There he goes. Past him. Beautifully. Hughes waiting in the middle. McClare's in there too. But it was number 10, Modlewski, who got it away for Legia. And away they come now through the number 6, Czechia. Kowalczyk on the far side. I think it's Czechia who's down, injured. Ivanitsky. Gamur. Ivanitsky. Good challenge there by Donachie again. Webb trying to release Mark Hughes once more. He's got it up to Hughes. McClare going round Gamur. There's some space here now for Sharp. And nodded away. Up to Pish. Manchester United leading by 2-1 in this Cup Winners' Cup semi-final first leg here in Warsaw. McClare. Sharp. Oh, through his legs that time. And away from the other challenge, the one by Pish. Plays it back for Ince. Trying to bring Irwin into it. Well, they're dominating this second half more than they did the first United at the moment. There's Ince's long cross towards Lee Sharp. Knocks it back again. United players queuing up now to get possession of the ball. Donachie finds McClare. Back to Pallister. Almost casually to Bruce. Just at this moment, the Poles hardly getting a touch of it. Back it comes again for United. No foul there as Hughes falls. Bruce. Blackmore. McClare over on that, almost in the right back position. Webb in for Blackmore. Blackmore's shot, a little too high. Goal kick. They're just pouring forward now.
This is what it is, Brian. Now it's a matter of keeping your concentration, good passing, and I'm sure we can score another one here.
Well, it's time for Legia Warsaw substitutions because the match is going fast away from them at the moment, with United leading by 2-1.
Lee Sharp is full of confidence at the moment as well because he knows he's got the beating of this full-back.
Webb to Hughes. Back again to Neil Webb. Kept control there beautifully. Kowalczyk chasing it, but Pallister's there first. Up to Sharp. Wojciech is the substitute warming up. But the curious thing, he's down as a defender, just 20 years old. At a time when you would have thought they would want to bring somebody on maybe that caused United a few problems at the other end. There's Sharp with a long cross once again to Clayton Blackmore. It's Gamur who's going off, who's had a real tousing from Lee Sharp. And so this young defender comes on, hopeful of having the pace to contain Manchester United's number 11. Gamur off, and the way it's gone for him this afternoon, he might well be thankful to get off.
I think you're probably right there, Brian.
So it's a goal kick. Chahosky with it. Good jump again by Bruce. Up to Hughes. Sharp. Donachie. Just past the quarter of an hour mark in this second half. Manchester United leading by 2-1. Interception there by Pallister. Short to Bruce. Irwin, nicely taken by Brian McClare. Tried to get the ball through to Ince, who claimed he was being held back by Chizio. Fish. Chikia. To Bonk. Up to Ivanitsky. But they look like a side that doesn't quite know what to do next at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. I think they'll be happy to get off this pitch just getting beat 2-1.
Bruce to Mal Donachie. Up to Sharp. Little touch by him, and what a good run by Sharp. Here's Donachie, but he got his feet caught up a little there in trying to get the cross towards Blackmore. Bruce again. Donachie to Webb. And out of Sharp. Webb again. There's the ball for Sharp. This cross wasn't a bad one. It almost got through to Clayton Blackmore. But now a chance possibly for Legia to go on the break. But Pallister's again there for Manchester United. Bruce to Ince, back to Seeley. Up to Hughes. Donachie. McClare wasn't on the same wavelength there, but it comes to Blackmore. And now for Irwin, who's made a good break down the right flank. Hughes is waiting in the middle. And the keeper again got there first. So 25 minutes of this game left. And if you're just joining us, it's good news for Manchester United fans, and indeed for fans of English football. United leading by 2-1 here in Warsaw against Legia of Warsaw. Legia having gone ahead. 35 minutes into the game, Chizio on a breakaway after United had dominated the game, but within a minute Brian McClare had got the equaliser. And then in the second half, a wonderful strike from Mark Hughes, giving Manchester United a 2-1 lead. Steve Bruce. Here's Ince. Hughes, McClare, Blackmore popping up everywhere at the moment. There's his cross, and Ince and Sharp were almost in there on that one. It's a corner for Manchester United. Sharp will take it.
You can't be too greedy, but when you're dominating the game as much as this, it would be nice to see another goal go in for the next leg.
Webb's going to take this corner. Robikovic, the goalkeeper, has had an excellent game. Been beaten twice. Chizio getting it away. Irwin. Hughes on a rapid turn there. Gets the little cross in. It's not away yet by any means. McClare's in there. Bruce is in there! It's another one! It's Steve Bruce. That amazing goal-scoring record of Steve Bruce continues. That's now 7 in the last 6 games. A real hustle in that 6-yard area. But Bruce finishing it off from all of 4 yards.
If this man keeps going like this, Brian, he'll be signed by an Italian team as a striker.
It's amazing. That's 18 this season now for him. 10 of them have come from the spot. But as I say, 7 now in the last 6 games.
That's a nice goal for us, that, though, because when you're dominating the game as much as this, you've got to try and get a secure lead.
And then the celebrations begin. Kowalczyk, the only man up, and the goal scorer Steve Bruce back doing his defensive duties, getting it away into touch. A foul on him by the young Pole. Kowalczyk, who's still only 18 years old. A free kick not taken from the right spot, so Maldonaghy now gets the game underway. Bruce to Seeley. When you look back now, it's so important that in that first half that United responded as quickly as they did to that goal. If the game had started to slide away from them, they could have had real problems, Brian.
That was
the crucial turning point, really, wasn't it? The McClare goal.
It definitely was. I mean, they've had to try and change their pattern of play as well. It's the first time they've had to come out and try and get a goal back, and you know, they don't look as if they're capable of doing that.
You certainly get the feeling if anybody's going to score, it's going to be United again. Hughes, Blackmore, their marking is all over the place at the back at the moment. Legia, Warsaw, Pallister. But at the same time, they just need to keep their concentration going. Leading by 3 goals to 1 against Legia Warsaw, down to 10 men, if you've just joined us. And the defender Józwiak was sent off just before half-time for a professional foul, pulling back Lee Sharp, who was through just outside the penalty area. Ibaditsky. Bonk. Fish. 20 minutes left. Chikia. Play to Wojcik. Foul on him by Lee Sharp. A free kick. Ivalitsky to Bonk. And a fairly aimless ball played into the Manchester United box, which in a way typifies the way they are at the moment. Legia Warsaw, unsure exactly of what they have to do. Hughes. Webb, a block challenge there with Chizio. Ince goes in, tiptoeing away from the Polish defender. Irwin needs to get back. Back heel by Ince. Dennis Irwin. Ivanitsky. To Bonk. Donachie, good interception with the header. Sharp now. Wojska. Sharp, in fact, trying to get out of the way of that, but I think there might be a slight problem for Lee Sharp here. The referee's calling him over.
I was just going to say, it's important for us as well, even though we're in control of the game. It's important that we don't get anybody booked silly now, and at least just had 2 little trips there, and the game's won now, so that's the last thing we want, so then nobody gets suspended, you know. Hopefully that we do go through to the final and we're not going to have anybody else suspended.
This is Bruce. To Pallister. Black ball. Finds Hughes. McClare. Well, nothing's going for them at the moment. Actually, when you see this performance, you wonder how they managed to beat Sampdoria and Aberdeen in previous rounds. Pish. There's space over here, though, for Kowalczyk. That's wide to see this go. And a goal kick for Manchester United. The scoreline 3-1. I'm not able to tell you what Muller fruit corner means, but I can tell you that the score is without doubt Legia Warsaw 1, Manchester United 3. Webb, up to Hughes. Webb again, to Bruce. Sharp with the header.
Mark Hughes has had an excellent second half. Not just the goal, Brian, but his movement off the ball into the gullies, away from the sweeper, has been excellent in this half.
Gary Lineker was saying in Montpellier that he's a great sleeper. He loves his sleep and gets his strength from having plenty of good hours of sleep. He's obviously had a darn good sleep here in Poland, because he absolutely is he's as fresh as they come. Look at him making another run just out of the picture at the moment, but desperately trying to get away.
That's right. Sometimes on the TV you don't quite see that, where when you're sitting in here you can see the type of runs that he's making and the hard work that he's actually putting into the game.
Bruce now. And again, Hughes has made the little darting run for him. And that's how it is. He had that yard as he just got away from the marker. Chikia. Just a quarter of an hour left now. Bonk. Ivanitsky to Pish. Chizio. Chikia. Chizio to Chikia. Donachie's tackle that time produced nothing for Manchester United, and Chizio's shot floated there towards the Manchester United goal, but well watched by Les Seeley. A goal kick for United. They really are coasting at the moment. It's a very one-sided semi-final first leg. But they just, as Brian Robson was saying earlier, just got to stay sensible, keep their concentration levels very high indeed. for the last 14 minutes or so. And really, if they go like this to the final whistle, they've just about booked their place in the final next month in Rotterdam against either Juventus or Barcelona.
This is what I'd like to see. Just a few more passing movements, keeping possession of the ball. The foreign teams are excellent at doing this when they get advantage, and we've got to try and get that into our game a bit more.
Here's Hughes, still doing good work, and Bonk conceding the corner. Dennis Irwin will take it. Bit long there. Bruce up again. Goal kick. Just a slight disturbance behind that Polish goal at the moment, but not as I can see involving Manchester United fans who are away to our right. But the police with batons are in very quickly and are sorting it out. So a goal kick then for Legia Warsaw, who come to Old Trafford in a fortnight's time with what looks to be a monumental task. Up to Czechia, stopped by Donaghy. Here's Webb, up towards Ince. He's making some good runs from the midfield. Hughes again, very active there. And United get possession again with Blackmore. McClare lost his footing just for a moment. Bonk got in there. Czechia, stopped by Webb. To the audience at home, Brian, now this must seem an extraordinary European semi-final. It's so one-sided, and for United at the moment, just as long as they stay concentrated, it really isn't much more than a practice game. Bruce?
Yeah, that's right. If we keep our concentration, it's been a good performance again. I mean, some people say it's really easy and that, but the lads have made it easy because of the way they've worked hard at it in the first half.
Back to Bonk. Iwanitsky, but Steve Bruce is again there, tidying it up for Manchester United.
There's a lot of teams could have been quite satisfied with 1-1 and them down to 10 men and just sat back and allowed the game to go out, fiddle away and go out to a 1-1 result.
That's how it stands with 10 minutes of the game left. Sharp now. Well, that time Wojska came away with the ball. Czechia. Finding Pish. Bonk. There was an obstruction there by a Manchester United defender. A free kick to Legia Warsaw. Wojcik. Chizio. Claimed a foul on by Donaghy, given by the referee. Actually, it didn't look a foul to me. I have to say at the same time, I think the Belgian referee's had an excellent game. He's been strong and he's prepared to let a few tackles go. Pish, but not that one by Ince on Pish. So a free kick in what could be a dangerous position. And Pish himself is an excellent exponent of free kicks from this sort of range. Aberdonians remember that he rattled the Aberdeen crossbar in about the first 30 seconds of the game from this sort of range. Just about this sort of position. Well, it's Pish who's lining up with Iwanitsky. Let's hope the United wall is good and strong and well formed. There's a youth scuffling on the pitch at the moment. but stewards quickly getting him out of the way. As the game goes on, Pish having his second shot charged down, and McClare gets it away, and the youth gets away as well. Goodness knows what he's trying to prove. So the game's held up for a moment. A Polish supporter having words with the substitute, who doesn't want to know. The stewards arrive, and off he goes. But not, I imagine, without a struggle. So maybe we now can get back to the game. It'll be a drop ball. And we're left with about 8 minutes. And the ball was dropped so that Neil Webb could play it in a very gentlemanly fashion, and it was appreciated by the crowd. Back to Legia Warsaw, who were in possession when that interruption occurred. Well, here are Legia. Wojska. Donaghy couldn't quite keep it in play. Wojska with the throw. Kowalczyk. Chikia. Crowd wanted him to shoot, but Sharp is there for Manchester United, and it just clipped Lee Sharp's arm and provides Legia Warsaw with another free kick, and a little bit of pressure now for Manchester United to soak up. With about 7 minutes left, Ivanitsky is on the far side, Kowalczyk's there, Chikia's in there too, and Chizio the scorer. So Pish with the free kick. Floated there, it was Ivanitsky who got the header, and then there's a free kick for Manchester United for the foul by Kowalczyk on Neil Webb. Six minutes left. Bruce to Donaghy. Back to Bruce. Donaghy. Sharp. Chizio. Ivanitsky. Kept nicely into play there by Wojska. Pish. Best spell of play, actually, that Legia have had the whole of this second half. Chikia, Wojska, played into Ivanitsky. Back again to Pish. Webb trying to get to him, but can't make it. Chizio. Pish again. United have pulled a lot back. Ivanitsky, look at the space here now for Chikia. But stopped well by Donaghy. But Wojcik's in there. Chizio's in there. This time Clayton Blackmore right back there for Manchester United with just 5 minutes left. Well, you've had two excellent Manchester United away performances in Europe live on TV. The last two on ITV. The game in Montpellier, which in many ways was much more demanding than this in a very intimidating atmosphere. Where United really showed a lot of courage and commitment and a great deal of character. This has been an easier job, but it's nonetheless an excellent one by Manchester United as Hughes goes forward again. And the ball now with Ivanitsky, the captain. To Chikia. Well, Jimmy Greaves back in the studio. I think at the start you felt that this was something that United could achieve, and it's been an excellent all-round performance again for them.
It has indeed, old commander. I think from here it looks as though Legia truly are not worthy semi-finalists of a European Cup competition, but that doesn't undermine United's performance in any way. They've played superbly, they've taken their time, they've looked controlled throughout, they've done exactly what they've set out to do and done it superbly, mate. And I'm sure you and the man sat beside you will be absolutely delighted.
You're dead right, Jimmy.
I think the nice thing about it, Jim, is that with the teams being out of Europe for 5 years, it's been nice to see two really solid performances from our teams, you know, in the away games.
Well, the interesting thing there, Brian, is that being out of it for 5 years, none of us have really known how we were going to measure up when we got back in. And we've now proved that we're not quite as behind the times as what people originally thought we were.
That's right.
And the other thing about it, Jimmy, is that with United now on course for the final, it does probably allow another British side, another English side to come into Europe next season. They pick up extra points that way.
Yes, which of course is a great thing. We want to see more and more European football. We want to get back to normal, don't we?
That's right.
It's whether the Europeans want us in or not now.
Well, here's Mark Hughes. What a great game he's had. And Jimmy, what about the finishing of Mark Hughes? As a striker yourself in those great old days, that was a superb finish of his. I think Greaves is gone. It's with Donachie now. Ince. Up to Hughes. Now to Blackmore. Tried to get Hughes through again. He was held back. And it'll be a free kick to Manchester United with a little over 2 minutes left. They lead, Manchester United. On course for the final next month in Rotterdam. Still the second leg to come though in Old Trafford a fortnight today. Sharp and Blackmore behind this free kick, and you can see there are plenty of smiles on the United bench. And with good reason. Lee Sharp in. Towards Bruce. Bruce got the header in. Can Webb get to it? No, it's knocked away again for another throw to Manchester United. One minute left. Might come for Blackmore. Good save again by the keeper. Without him, United would have been 5 or 6 up by now. A beautifully struck ball again by Clayton Blackmore. And another flying save by the young reserve goalkeeper, Robikovic. Second leg, of course, live on ITV. And the final. Pallister's header. Hughes. Well, that was Hughes on the volley, Brian Robson, and normally that means only one thing.
I think he knew the referee would give a free kick against Gary Pallister.
That's right. You reckon? I would think a fortnight's time is a match that you personally will look forward to greatly. There's the volley over the top. That'll be one to enjoy, I would think, for you.
It will be, Brian, yeah. It's this is a smashing result if it stays like this for us.
Well, the United players fly back to Manchester immediately after this game. And when we came back from Montpellier at something like 1 o'clock in the morning, there were plenty of people still at the airport to greet them. I fancy with an earlier arrival time tonight, there'll be many, many more. And they deserve it. They've done a terrific job for English football again tonight here as McClare goes away. Irwin keeping it in play. Ince. There goes the final whistle of this first leg of the European Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. A triumph for Manchester United, who virtually booked their place now in the final in Rotterdam against either Juventus or Barcelona. With Chizio having put Legia ahead, McClare, Hughes and Bruce scoring the Manchester United goals. It's a joyous story that we bring you from Warsaw in Poland.